Hey everybody, if you are new to WordPress, this is a perfect video for you because in this WordPress Backend tutorial I'm going to show you exactly where to find what within your WordPress dashboard in the backend. So if you are new to WordPress, let me show you, move around this little bit. There are two sides to your website, the front end and the backend. The front end is what your viewers will see, and the backend is your behind the scenes work where you create your blog articles, your pages and stuff like that. So let me show you around. I know for if you are completely new here to WordPress, this is wordpress.org by the way, so a self-hosted WordPress site, which is in my opinion the only way to go. It can be a little bit overwhelming in the beginning because you have so many options over here. So let me show you one by one what everything is. So when you create a brand new website, this site is pretty brand new. I did install in the previous video, I installed a child theme for Cadence, which I will link to, I think here somewhere in the corner. But before we go there, let me show you around here. So when you log into your WordPress, and if you are unaware of how to do that, this is my example website, so chrisvroeven.com. And when I log out, what you want to do is you go to your website, type in your domain, and then /wp-admin. That will always link to your login page here. You can log in with your username. And then you come over here on the dashboard. So let me go to the home page. So let's start first with at the very beginning. This is your home dashboard. Normally these things are extended, so it will look a little bit more like this. But I like to keep things clean, so I will close down everything that I'm not really using. And this is basically a main overview of your website. So your site health, your articles, comments, pages and stuff like that. The recent activity. Also here you can create a quick draft, which I never use. I create a blog post. And this is from SiteGround. So SiteGround has its own dashboard. If you click here. Oh, okay. Let me go back. Then, yeah, this is from SiteGround. When you use SiteGround for your hosting, you will see this, and it will basically show you the steps to go through. I will keep it like the original, which is this one. Then I close down all of this. If you want more, you see an option over here called screen options. When you open that, you can also tab for this one, for example, WordPress events, and this will be based on your location. So I live in the Netherlands, if you didn't know that already. So here I can see all of the WordPress meetups around WordPress, things like that. So people who do blogging and create websites, they can basically meet up. And then there's a welcome tab over here, which will tell you which version of WordPress you're using. For now, this is the latest one, 6.9, and it will show you a couple of new features from WordPress. But I always close these down, so don't need this. Quick draft I never use. So that is your home screen. Then the next one is updates. So whenever you have updates available, and please do always updates. Do make a backup before you do that. Your host will, if you are using a decent host, your host will create a backup of your website every day. And whenever you have updates available for your site or plugins or themes, you can find them here, and it will prompt you to update those. So you do want to keep everything up to date, because lots of updates are available to prevent security issues, hacks, malware things. So if you don't keep it up to date, then eventually your website will be vulnerable. Sorry for my English. Okay, then we go over here to your post area. This is the area where you will create blog posts. And as you can see, all of this is from the child theme that I installed in my previous video. I created the website with this theme from 17 Avenue Designs, and I uploaded a demo website. And so all of these articles are from the demo site. And then whenever you want to create a new blog post, all you have to do is click on Add Post, and then it will guide you through the process. Here you can add images, text, everything. So let's not do that right now. Then over here you have all of your articles, the published ones. I have one article in the trash, which is the basic one that is always installed whenever you set up a new website, called Hello World. You can delete that one. Also, when you create a post and put it to draft, your draft will show up over here. Then this is for all posts. Here you have the option to add a new post. Basically the same thing as when you click here. Then you have your categories. So each article you want to put inside one category for organization purposes. And then you have tags, and tags are basically your internal organization. So if you have, for example, a recipe website, you have the category recipes. But then you can also create a tag for Christmas. So if you have multiple recipes around Christmas, you can tag those with Christmas. And that makes it very easy if you want to create a blog overview on your website only with Christmas recipes, if that makes sense. So that is where you use tags. But those are mainly used for your own organization within your website. Then you have the media folder, media library. Here you will find all of the images on your website that you upload. So things like your logo, all of the images that come with the theme in this case. Right now it says it has 36 media items. Also, if you ever decide to upload a PDF or something, that will show up here as well. And then over here at the top you can pick either the grid view or the list view. This is the list view, which will make it a little bit more organized. Here you can see the dates and stuff like that uploaded to, on what page the image is used. Then if you want to add an image to your site, you can either go here to your library and click on Add Media File. And then here you can click Select Files, and you can pick from your folder, or you can drag and drop them in here. Or you can go here, the same thing, Add Media File. If you're using a plugin like ShortPixel, which I'm going to install later, but I will make a separate video on that and how to use it. You will also find a ShortPixel option over here to optimize your images for speed. So if that is something you want to look for, make sure to subscribe to the channel, and that video will be coming soon. Then you have the pages option, which will hold your home page, contact page, privacy policy, all of those things. The difference between posts and pages, basically they are the same, but posts are more for articles and pages are more static. So a page you create one time, and most pages don't really change that much over time. So of course you can always add to your about page. For example, here you can see all of the pages that came with the theme. The about page, that is over here. So an image on the right, text with the headers on the left. And if you ever want to update it, you can add to it or remove things. But normally those pages are set up once and then they are pretty much static. Same thing as with blog posts. Here at the top you will find all of the pages. Right now it has 32 pages. Then you have the published ones and the draft one. So one page is in draft mode, which is the privacy policy. I still need to set it up. But this is a demo site, so I'm not really going to seriously work on it. But I will use it to create tutorials just like this for you, so I can play around with it. Also, you can add a page over here, or by clicking here. The same thing applies to as with blog posts. Then you have your comment section. If you have comments turned on, so people can leave comments on your articles. Here at the top you will find all comments. Right now it has 6. If you reply to a comment, it will be under your mine area. The pending ones are the ones that need your permission to be published live. The approved ones are the ones that are live right now. Then you have the spam folder and the trash. So as you can see, all of these comments are from the team. So nobody knows about the site except for you if you watch my videos. And then we have the appearance tab. Appearance has everything around your WordPress theme, the design, the customization, also the widget area, which are the sidebar of your website, your menus, and then you have, in my case, I have the Cadence theme installed, so I have a Cadence option over here as well. So when you go over to themes, normally when you set up a new website, there will be a lot of different themes in here, like 2022, 2023, 2024 and 2025. I always leave one of the latest ones on the site, everything else I delete. And in my case I use the Clover theme, child theme from Cadence. So I have Cadence installed and then the Cadence child theme over here. If you want to add a new theme, there are 2 options. Click on add theme. Either you have the WordPress repository where you can click on themes like Astra, or in my case I have Cadence installed, this one. WordPress itself already has lots of free themes available, and most themes have options to upgrade to a premium version. I have Cadence Pro as well, so I can also add Cadence Pro to it. Same thing goes, for example, with themes like Astra. If you click on details and preview, you will see how the website will look if you install this theme. Reviews, stuff like that, latest version. So Astra is a good theme as well, but they also have a premium version, so you have that you can upgrade. If you buy a child theme, which I showed you in the previous video, you can upload your theme over here. You will receive a zip file. You click on upload theme, and then you pick your theme file and then install it. That is the second way to do it. Since about 1 year, I believe, WordPress has its own design elements. So patterns are things like something that you create one time and you can place it on any place you want, and you can add it over here. So here the title is untitled reusable block. For example, if you have an affiliate disclaimer, you can create it one time, save it as a pattern, and then if you ever want to edit it, you can do that in here. So you can open it up, you can play around with the text, save it, and then every area where this part is placed in will be automatically adjusted to it. So that's easy to use. Then you have your styles, like colors. You see your website colors and stuff like that. But those you play around with within your theme, which we will go over soon. So we go back. Then you have your customize, and the customize is from the theme. So if you click this, here you get all of the customizations from your WordPress theme. In this case, it's Cadence. Like colors or fonts, your header. If you click this, you can play around with the header. But I showed you all of that in the other video I made already. So this is the customization area, and this is for site-wide. So if you change anything there, that goes mostly for the entire website. So then we have the widgets area, which is the sidebar functions and the footer. So this is the sidebar function over here. When you go over here, click on an article. Let's put it like that. Click on an article. Okay, here we have an article. Here you can see the sidebar. So if you open over here, you get sidebar 1. As you can see here, you can change out the picture and things like that. And here you can add things to it. So when you go over here, you have your image, Meet Clover, a little bit of text with a button to your about page. Then you connect your social handles, which you can find over here. Now if you want to edit anything of that, you can just click on it. And then over here, you can type in a new link for your Instagram account, new link for your Facebook page and stuff like that. Then it also has the join the list, which is over here for list building for your email list. People can type in their name and email address and subscribe, but you have to set it up one time. So if you click it, and this is from the, if you install this theme, child theme, it comes with called eNews Extended. The Genesis eNews Extended function. So here it gives you the title, text to show before form, and then also the form action. So you would, if you use MailerLite, which is what I'm using, you can put in the link for your MailerLite form over here. And then when people sign up, they will automatically be added to your MailerLite email list. So then it's the sidebar. You have multiple sidebar options. Also the footer. The footer is when you go all the way down. This is the footer area. And this is called widget 1, widget 2. So if you go here, open it up. It says follow along. Oh yeah, this is this area, this widget number 1, and then I think footer 2 is explore. You see, explore 2, the blog and podcast. Then another footer area is this one, and another one is this one. So you can play around with that inside your widget area, and it has a lot of options. And this also depends on your team. So. If you close all of this, as you can see, you have 6 footer areas, widgets, and then if you click on this one, you will see everything that is available and not in use. So all of the inactive widgets. Then we go to your menus. Your menu, if you want to create a new menu or edit the current one, as you can see here, it has home, pages, features. Now when you click on here, you edit your menu. First you select the one you want to edit. And this one is called split navigation left primary. Click that, select. And here you can see all of the menu items, like the home option over here. And then under that you see home option 1, 2, 3. And that is why those 3 here are a little bit further to the right. You see, if you would make it like this, your entire menu, it will be you can, if you would put it under here, right underneath this, it will not be in the submenu, but it will be next to it. So those are the menus. And you have a lot of options for that. You can also create a new one if you want to use a different one. What I always do is I have the menus for the desktop version, and because people on the mobile version don't have multiple menus, I create one mobile menu that has everything underneath it. So, and here at the bottom you can set which is what, primary, secondary, the mobile or the footer menu. And then over here at the left area you can see everything, all of your pages. If you want to see more, click view all, and you get to see all of your pages on your website. Same things with if you want to add a post, blog post to your menu, you can do that over here. Or a specific link to if you have a Shopify store, for example, that you want to add to your menu, then you can create a custom link and type in the URL for your Shopify store and then call it shop, for example. That will link to an external link or a different link within your website. And then there are the categories you can add to your menu as well. Then there's, in my case, I will not put too much effort into it. It's for cadence. Here you can see all of the settings for cadence. Excuse me. These are the basic settings for the basic theme. I don't really pay too much attention to it. And then if you have the Pro add-on, you can select all of these as well. Then you have the plugins area, which is another very important part. Plugins are little pieces of software that you can install on your site that have a specific functionality. So you have one plugin for your SEO. I always use RankMod for that, but another popular one is Yoast SEO. I use a plugin for example, for security called WordFence. Like I already mentioned before, ShortPixel is a very popular one that will help optimize your images. And then here you can add all of the plugins by clicking here, add plugin, and then you can search for it. For example, ShortPixel. That is this one I always use. And then I install my license for the premium, for the Pro version, that I have unlimited image credits. But this is how you basically add plugins. There's also a popular section over here. You can have feature, popular, recommended. Elementor is a popular plugin, which I'm not really recommending, especially not if you are using Cadence. Elementor is a page builder, so Yoast SEO is an SEO tool. I use RankMod for that. WooCommerce, if you want to add a shop to your site, you can install WooCommerce. WP Forms is a good form plugin. Then WordFence is one I always use for security and to keep hackers out of the door. WP Mail SMT I use for, but I will make I think this week or next week I will make a video on how to install all of the plugins and which ones I recommend. So make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so you can see all of the plugins that I always use on the website. Like this one, RankMod, is a very good one that will help you basically with SEO on your website. So your website will be more easy findable by Google and other search engines. So those are plugins. If you purchase a plugin, in some cases you will get a zip file, same as with themes. You can also click here on upload plugin and then upload your zip file over here and it will install. And then you can install an external third-party plugin that way. Then you have the users tab over here. Here you will find all of the users. In my case, I only have one, which is myself. But if you have, for example, multiple people working on the website, I always, when I set up websites for my clients, I have one of my services is I create basic WordPress setups, which come with themes of choice, and then all of the necessary plugins and Google Analytics and Google Search Console. So what I always do is I set up the website with my own username, and then I will add them as well. And then later when I finish the site and they take it over, they can either remove me as a user or keep me on the site. But here you can add a new username. Also here you can set, for example, the role. You don't want, if you have subscriber, contributor, author is for people who write articles for your website. Editor is somebody who edits your articles, and then you are the administrator. And you don't want to give everybody administrator rights, because, for example, if you have a website, you give me administrator rights. I need that in order to change the things on your website, like settings. But if you do that to the wrong person, they can screw up your entire website. And they have access to all of this. And if you are, for example, an author, you only get to to your post area. Only posts will show up, and then things like that. So that is how you can create new usernames. And here you can set the name, first name, last name, website. Then there's the tool tab, which is not really that I use that often. But in here you can import and export your articles. For example, if you want to export your content, here you can click on posts, pages, forms, your cadence things, and then you can download an export file, and if you have a new website you can import it over there. Then there's the site health, which is basically the same thing as you see on your home screen. Right now it has here site health. Good. But if you come over here to your tools and then site health, it will tell you if there's something wrong with your website. For example, if you have an outdated PHP version, it will tell you that. Here, this is status. Over here you have info. So if you click on info, it will tell you here everything, like your active teams, Clover team, you see. Parent team, it's called Cadence. So you can find all of that information over here. And then export and erase personal data is for people who reply to your articles, for example. And in order to be compliant with the law, you need to be able to export their information and give it to them. Or if they request you to completely delete their information, you can do so here. So then there's the settings tab. Let's go over them one by one. You have the general tab. Here you can set your site title and your tagline. In my case, I haven't done that yet. Your site icon is the little image over here at the top. Then your WordPress and site URL. Right now it's set to HTTP. You can also set it to HTTP. I already set it up so that it will automatically go to my SSL certificate. So it will be HTTPS. Then an admin email address, which is my own. And then here you can set some defaults, like default role. But I never really add people to my site, so in my case, here you set your site language, English, or in my case I can set it to Dutch. The time zone, your date formatting, time formatting, and then what day of the week your week starts. And please make sure if you go through this, that you set a site title. That way Google will know a little bit better what your site is about. Then you have the writing area, which I never really use. It used to be old back in the day. Here you can set up sites that you ping to whenever you write a new article. But nowadays you have things like RankMath, who will already ping places like Google to let them know that you have a new article. So you never really in here anyway. And the reading part is where you can set up your home page and your blog page. If you set it like your latest post, you will see one area with your latest articles. If you use a specific theme, you want to have it set to a specific home page, like this one. This will be your home page. And then you also can set a blog page where people can find all of your articles. Here you can set how many articles will be shown on a blog page. And also if you want to be full text or an excerpt. And this setting over here is very important. If you are building a website and you don't want search engines like Google to see your website yet, you can tick this box, which will basically make your website disappear from Google. And Google will not be able to see your website. But this is a little bit tricky because many people do this now, and then later when they are finished and they are wanted to go live, they forget that they have to uncheck this one. Because if you forget that, then Google will not be able to find your website. And therefore people will not be able to find you on Google. So please be either very careful by using this, or if you are a brand new blogger and you create a new website, and it doesn't really matter, you can just leave it unchecked and then Google will see it anyway over time. So it can always take a little bit of time before your content will be ranked and indexed. The discussion tab is for comments. Here you can set up whether or not you want to have comments turned on or off. If you want to approve them. So for example, here you can click this one, and then every person who leaves a comment on your site, you will be notified of, and then you have to approve them. I don't really worry about that. Then your media settings, I don't really mess around with. These are the settings for the sizes. Then you have your permalinks, which is very important. Always make sure that your permalinks is set to post name. That is better for SEO. Because when you create an article, for example, things to do in Bangkok, it will be your domain / things - and then things to do in Bangkok. And in some cases, some hosting companies will have it at something like this, numeric, and then you will every article will create a very weird looking URL. So you want always to have this set to post name. Then here you can set your privacy policy page, which is this one, and then click use this page, or you can create a new one. WordPress already comes with a basic privacy policy page that you can adjust to your own name. And then over here you see SiteGround plugins, which you only have when you use SiteGround, like on this side. Then your speed optimizer is also for SiteGround. But I will go through all of this in another video. I don't want to make this video too long, it's already half an hour. Security optimizer is from SiteGround. Cadence is from the team. And these things will not be on your website, maybe yes, maybe no. It depends on what you use. Same thing goes with the Instagram feed. That is a plugin. And then here at the top you will see the name of your site. If you click this, you will go to your home page. Here you can see some quick notes for your comment section. Here you can click on new and then new post, new media, page or user. This is for SiteGround. You can clear your cache. So if you make a lot of changes, you can click this and then everything will be renewed. And here at the right top, you will find your username information when you are logged in. So in this case, my email address. I can also click here to log out. And that is basically the overview of WordPress. So it's not that difficult. You'll mainly use the pages and your post tab. And in the beginning, if you are going to set up your website, you will play around with the settings a little bit. But the most important part when you do this is you go to your permalinks and make sure to set it like this. If you have a website that already has a lot of articles and it's not set to post name, please make sure to also set up 301 redirect, so your links will be linked from the old name to the new name. Otherwise you can have things messed up in Google. But I will make also another video on how to do that. I hope this video was clear for you. If you have any questions about this, please make sure to leave them in the comments below. And like I said, I'm going to make a new video about my basic plugins that I always use on every website and how to set them up. So feel free to check out that video and subscribe to the channel. Also, if you can like this video, it will help me. YouTube will push it out to more people just like you, and then I can help more people like that. And I will see you in the next video. Okay? Bye bye.